Yo, what is up, guys? We are here back with round one from our last week locals. We were playing against Malice, a Malice Sky Striker, round one. We win the roll and we open Perulia, Fluros, Impulse, Prince, and Squad. So pretty nutty hand, you know. Honestly, I wouldn't mind going second here. Kind of disgusting. So yeah, we just normal the Prince as always, and then Prince and Dragoon add Shrine because we're always playing around Droll, and then Dragoon and Grave adds Minstrel to then hit the Nib by sending the Squad. When you have that at the real discard outlet, man, that Minstrel just goes so hard. Even if you have a Dead Water, it doesn't really matter because you're just playing off the Shrine of Prince anyways. But yeah, we hit the Imperm. He has double Eclipse Allure, and then he has to draw 2 Malice in his hand. So from here on out, we're just comboing. This is just Solitaire from this point, and I'm not that great at Solitaire, so and we'll see that. So I messed up a couple times. So my main mess up here was I wasn't able to set up the Prince. We got the second Dragoon off from our squad send. And then before activating my Bahamut, I do take that back. I do just discard, I think the Fluros or the Perulia, just to summon all 4 fishes from my deck. The mess up here we made though is I didn't manage to get Poseidra and Prince rotation ready, and that was because I made a misstep here. So when I get to this point, I should not be rank 4ing with the 2 pikes. I need to just remember to find ways to summon back the Dragoons because you always can. If I had just synchroed my Baby Croc and Pike for Donna and then rank 7'd with, and then, so I make Donna and then I detach Bahamut for Toad, the one that has Dragoons under it. I could then use my Donna and DC King, rank 7, summon back Dragoons, and then make a rank 4 that way. I would lose the Trite attack and defense boost, but you gain the Prince Poseidra bounce. So I think that's probably more important. And so that's the way I could have gone about this a little better. Because you always have the Coral Enemy to bring back the Donna, so I'd have to link off the Trite to then summon it back, so I summon back the Donna with the enemy. But yeah, we still got our double Bahamut play, and we still technically get the Trite here. Another awkward thing here is that he's getting his Imperm back in hand. So with him getting the Imperm back, that was another awkward moment with the Trite, where the Trite really wasn't doing anything here because you think about it, I'm at least playing through Imperm double Eclipse, and it's just so funny how like the statue definitely has a harder time into board breakers than it does into hand traps. And so when someone has more board breakers in their deck, it's a tougher matchup for the lock. Not that I'm super concerned, but it is there. So here I'm just so I'm using my Trite summon here, and I'm just getting, this is where I got a little lost. I'm like, because I still had the Anemone summon, I had the Trite summon, and so I know that Baby Croc summon back off Coral means I can use the Extender effect to like summon another body, and I just couldn't find a way to get enough bodies, like on and off my field to like do as much as I wanted to. I also probably noticed around here that my Poseidra was in fact under the Trite. I think I noticed that. So I don't have Prince in my hand, I don't have Infantry in my hand, so we don't have a pop here. So in reality, I did not need to search the Poseidra. I probably just need to search the Infantry, and that would have just been fine. Obviously, if you can search for the Poseidra Prince line, that is the most optimal one because it offers follow-up as well, but do we need follow-up here? Another thing I really did like about this board is like leaving Trite on board, leaving Donna on board. I mean, that kind of follow-up and that kind of pressure is just awesome. It's like the only board he has to worry about is double Toad statue. Everything else is like, it's just like kind of like in the background, doesn't really matter, and have to deal with. And the next turn, Donna can just be shotgunned if any cards are banished. And same for Trite. Oh, excuse me. Same for Trite into Poseidra. But yeah, so he imprims a Trite, and then he goes Eclipse, and I have to set it with Toad, and then he goes Eclipse again. I have to set it with Toad, and nothing I can really do about that. I almost put that Shrine back in my hand. I have a really tough time about putting that Shrine in my hand. And so this was unfortunate as well, where, I'm able to add the Prince back to hand, but my Poseidra is under my Trite, and so I was just like, man, this is unfortunate. This is just how, I swear, this is how all my round ones go, where I am just like finding every way to mess up. So yeah, he goes battle phase, he attacks over the statue. That's tough and all, but I know his hand at this point. There's one card I don't know. It's a 3rd Eclipse, which is crazy. But like at this point, I wasn't really too concerned anyways. Yeah, so like he had the cat, he had a lure, and he drew another one of the draw 2 cat off the allure, which is crazy. But yeah, so he's he's just playing here. I don't remember how that GW6 got in rotation here. I missed that, but yeah, I can definitely say I was not very concerned here. I mean, like, yeah, I know. So because the fact that he lost his battle phase already puts me in a really safe spot, and so the most he can really do is he can shotgun his malice trap that like targets and banishes if he can get that set up, and then he has the link monster banish. He can also go into access code, but oh, excuse me. But access code seems not so good here. I mean, like, if you have access code main phase 2, pop my whole board, I still have all the follow-up in the world, plus how we get Mermail King float effect, so that's pretty huge. So yeah, so he's going for the banish 3 here, and it targets, so I'm able to, so he goes for my 2 toads and shrine, so I'm able to chain there. So we get the shrine, yeah, draw into impulse, which is pretty cool, and then yeah, we search the Poseidra follow-up off the Dragoons. And yeah, I think I have 2 impulse in my hand at this point, because I have my opener impulse and I do the one off of shrine, which is so not a great draw because I have 2 copies of it, but but like if he's able to do anything that's a little too crazy, I do have the impulse to deal with that on his turn, and then I have the impulse defense like more proactively when it comes back to my turn. So, you know, as you can see, like, there's really not too much he can like really do here. Like, sure, you can link climb, and yeah, he'll get into that malice monster that that does do the non-targeting banish. I believe it's non-targeting banish, and like you can't negate it, which is unfortunate, but I mean, we're not too worried about that. So yeah, here good on him. He chain blocked his White Finder with that bunny card. He made the White Finder chain link 1, the bunny chain link 2, and that was the banish trap he added. That's the one that does it does a non-targeting banish if he controls a link, I believe. He goes talents here. I was a little afraid of him looking at my hand with talents, actually. Just because, like, my hand actually wasn't incredible at this point. I think it was like Prince, Poseidra, double impulse, Fluros, you know, something like that. So not the most incredible, like, you could realistically just snipe the Prince, and once you snipe the Prince, you're really leaving me on top deck plus Poseidra. And so then plus the fact that he's able to banish my Trite here, he's able to banish my Trite here, and then he does a pretty cool little play on his turn with because, you know, obviously I see that I have the Chessy Cat as a, well, I guess I have 2, but it really only ends up ever being 1. I have 1 target for my Donna to, like, you know, start playing, and he does a pretty cool interaction there. It's an awkward interaction on our end for Donna versus Malice a little bit, because I don't know these Malice card names, guys, I'm sorry. But this link 3 up here, what it does is a quick effect. It like shuffles back a banished Malice card to then banish a card to put control, something like that. And so when I activate Donna to target a banished card, he can then chain, put that banished card back, and then, you know, so basically it turns off my Donna, and then he gets a banish out of it. Now, that is unfortunate, but then also in this exact scenario, it's not too big of a deal because we're just trying to waste down his cards. So he ends his turn finally with the Malice Banish Trap, a Book of Eclipse, and then the Malice Link Monster. And so getting into my turn, I did not see what I drew, but yeah, so we're just kind of going over things, and so this is where I activate Donna. So I activate Donna, I target his Chessy Cat, he's chaining that lane monster, I'm just double checking that I can't negate it. Oh, I drew Droplet, so also another awkward card here, because you can't negate the link, which is really annoying, because it's pointing to my Donna, so that's really unfortunate. But yeah, so he does, well, I'm not sure why the link got banished. I did miss that. Backing up just a little bit. So Donna attempts to add, and he puts that. Does he have to banish this? Does he banish itself? I think he banished itself. I'm not positive on how that played out, because yeah, that is weird. That was weird. So Another unfortunate thing about Poseidra that would have made it a little more broken was if you could send face down water cards, you know, because like Shrine contribute a face down Prince, but you can't send a face down water to some Poseidra. So I know what Prince we had. Sorry guys. And then goes Book of Eclipse here, so we're losing our monsters, our Donna and Prince for sure. But then we have the Poseidra. Thank God for links, and they can't be set, so that's awesome. And then yeah, Poseidra sends squad. That goes to our Prince, and we're able to. And I didn't know what to put back here. I think I did use my impulse already on that link monster summon back. But yeah, so he had that trap banish that he was talking about afterwards that he probably should have used that too. Probably should have used it earlier. Hard to say. Interesting game though. Definitely a closer one because what I did, I 100% misplayed that game and almost sold that shit. I was a little worried, you know. I was like, man, like, cause even as I'm trying to like recrack his board and like go for lethal here, I'm like, man, he put up a decent amount and I'm not in like the best position ever. Like I felt pretty comfortable, but triple eclipse was hilarious. And like, you know, he was upset about that, but it wasn't bad, you know. It wasn't bad. If he doesn't have triple eclipse, he doesn't go as far there. Yeah, I mean, he'd rather have like, you know, 2 hand traps, but this is not how like the Malice deck is really built right now. Doesn't really play a lot of hand traps. But yeah, so getting into game 2 is pretty funny. So we open Dragoons, double squad, Lancia, Impulse. He opens, what's that, Shifter, Lancia for crossout target, I think. Yeah, and I go Lancia, he changed Shifter, and I'm like, yep. Then we're gonna be going to game 3 real soon. So yeah, he combos off he'll combo off for a little bit, I think. Oh, no, he doesn't. He's not really comboing off because he's still under Lancia. Yeah, he's still under Lancia even though he dropped Shifter, which is interesting how that all works. But that is, I guess, the way it's ruled. That because his Shifter was Chainlink 2, so I guess Shifter activates first. And then Lancia resolves. Yeah. So okay, but then if it was the other way, if it was he activates Shifter and I chain Lancia, I'm not sure who wins that battle. I think it's Lancia. I think Lancia always wins. I'm not positive. But yeah, so he did very little here, but he did set up the trap, and there's nothing I can do. You know, there's nothing I can do, and Shifter's tough, man. Just like you just have to open like Ran, or you have to open Shrine. Yeah, it's just tough. It's just tough. So I'm just like, yeah, we're going next. There was no point in playing that out. I didn't have anything for him. Because the awkward part of the whole like interaction was that my Dragoons taxed over his White Bunny thing, but it gets banished. So the mana gets banished because of Shifter, since I'm right back, and then search, or set a trap, and then if I impulse that, then he has his trap that also summons or adds or whatever. So he has 2 ways to get back in the combo, and I have nothing on the crackback. So yeah, well, that was a quick just get that out of the way. Going to game 3 here. All right, into game 3 here. Yeah, we open Pike, Poseidra, Ran, and Minstrel, and Call By. So we have the Call By for some defensive options. Not the most optimal hand, but we still get there because we have the Pike. So yeah, Pike discarded Poseidra. We got Squad, and then Minstrel discarded Squad, and now we're gonna get to Prince. And yeah, he has no hand traps, which that's tough. That is tough. Board breakers are scary, but hand traps are a little more scary. I'd rather go full combo deal with board breakers than fight through a bunch of hand traps with like a suboptimal hand like this. So yeah, Squad gets us to Prince, and from here we're just comboing out as always. We got Shrine off Prince, Dragoons grabs Prince just to get the rotation up ready. We were not going to mess up that Poseidra interruption line once again. We also opened the Poseidra, so it was too free. There was no way we're gonna mess it up. So from here, yeah, we'll just go to the Bahamut Toe play, get free up our main deck monster space, so we can just start spamming out our fishes. And yeah, once again, we have the Baby Croc here. Baby Croc goes pretty hard. I know it's a brick, and it does mess with me a little bit. I don't know if I want to continue playing it in like this type of build or not, but it does make the combo really free. And so I think at the end of the day, I think. If you're playing Baby Croc, it's kind of the same as playing Mulan. Not really in terms of payoff, but in terms of the amount of bricks you're playing, it is kind of the same in terms of like number of cards. But yeah, so I think we summoned Dragoons off of the Trite to get another Dragoon search, which is awesome. So we got double Toad here. Yeah, when we did use the Donna for the Trite this time, so we are cooking a little bit. Who would have thought? And yeah, so here we are making sure we link it off. Got the enemy going, and then an enemy will have to summon the Donna here. So yeah, we'll have the Donna here, and then and we've still held off on actually using the Donna effect for no real reason. But yeah, so here we'll just go. Oh yeah, and we have the Ran as well, so just that little extra spice. We get the Gamir going. Really didn't think it really mattered which one we grabbed, whether it was Chinning or Gamir. So I just kind of threw it out there. And yeah, once again, giant board. You know, like Waterlock is just disgusting. And we have Call by Set, and he goes for Turn Shifter 6 card, but we had the Call by, so it never mattered. I debated for a second using it, but yeah, no, that was definitely the play. And then from here, you know, there's just nothing he can do. You know, he's gonna activate the field spell, try and bait like an interruption out of me, which fair by him. I totally respect it. I would too. But yeah, this is just there's just nothing he can really do here. He's in a very tight spot. So I don't even remember if he does go for the field spell. Maybe he doesn't. Yeah, I mean, this game's over. This man's stalling. Although I don't blame him. I mean, this would be very frustrating, for sure, very frustrating. So he activated the effect, and I just went Toad here because that's his normal summon. It's gone. Now, debatably, you don't do that because if you activate Toad, then you do open yourself up for talents. But I have 2 Toads, but I don't know his hand. He has a full hand. Well, no, I do know his hand. So no, I mean, what am I saying? What am I afraid of? I saw his 6 card was Shifter. I dealt with his normal summon, and then the worst he has is Thrust, which. Now, it would have been crazy. It wouldn't matter, but what would have been crazy is if he had Cross Out, and then he went Cross Out for Call By, and then I had to use one of my Tourney Gates for that. That would have been a little nutty, but then I still have a Tourney Gate for Thrust. I still have the Prince discard for the Malice, so I'm probably just fine. But I did not want to let him get the trap, because I was a little afraid of that. I'm not sure exactly how that might play out if I get the trap. But then, I guess if he gets the trap, I have Gamir, so I'm probably fine either way. But yeah, that was the first round of the day. You know, a little bit of a rocky start. That's usually how it goes for me. I need to work on that. Really, it's just the lack of games I get in because I mean, you know, just in my daily life. I mean, in terms of like the amount of time I actually put into Yu-Gi-Oh, as much as I'd like to, I record these videos first thing in the morning before I go to work, and then 100%, you know, whenever I get to a point where I'm daydreaming about Yu-Gi-Oh and like deck building. I was doing it last night before bed, thinking about like that top 64 list, and thinking about Diva, and thinking about how I might want to go ahead and play Diva. But yeah, and then but other than that, you know, work is pretty busy right now. Like, I'm pretty swamped, so I'm not able to procrastinate as much time, like, you know, during lunch, and kind of like just chill on DB and like, you know, build decks there. So for the most part, there's really no time actually. There's no time because after work it's go to the gym and then get home, and once it's home it's like kids, wife, and you know, and then all of a sudden it's like get ready for bed. You know, do like, you know, night good night ritual work, you know, whatever, spend quality time and whatnot, and then maybe if you know, if the kids go down early and we're in bed early, I can pull out the laptop, hang out for like half an hour, maybe on DB, just kind of like look at some stuff. But yeah, that's like really it. That's like all I really do. And then the only time I really get to actually put some real time in is like usually like Saturdays, like the night before, or like Sunday morning, like the morning of, because I can wake up early and kind of like just like you know, steal some time away, and I don't work on the weekends, so that's really nice. But yeah, so you know, it's tough to get like a lot of good practice reps in to like come into these locals like already you know, already like smoothed out and like reps are in. Like, it's not really how it works. And so I'll get a couple games in. Like, I played this player, I played him like 2 or 3 times before local started, and yeah, and like even that wasn't enough. It's always very rocky for me at the start of a local day because I just don't get enough practice reps in. If I could, I would play. I mean, if I could, I would like to play like at least 3 DB matches a day. That would be optimal. But I currently there's just no time for that. But we'll make time for it later when it matters, you know, because we still got some time before the regional. There's a regional in Indy Regional and Indy, beginning of March. I will be there. All right, I will be there. I'm getting my first top for sure. All right. Well, thanks you guys for watching. This was a little drawn out, but yeah. Peace.